Mr. Putin downplaying it as a special military operation. President Biden called it a premeditated attack and a brutal assault. Whatever you call it, a deadly war has broken out in Europe, and it's having a ripple effect across the globe.
And here are the latest headlines. Russian forces have seized control of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant after a fierce battle.
Mr. Biden ordering a series of stronger sanctions against Russia. European Union leaders then following suit.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon said it was sending another 7,000 troops to Europe to help reassure NATO allies.
All this as tens of thousands of people try to flee Ukraine through Poland. So much to unpack today. We're covering all angles of this crisis, from what's happening on the ground in Ukraine to local Ukrainian communities in our area to the impact this war is going to have on your day-to-day life.
We begin our coverage with Jim Dolan. He's in the newsroom. Jim?
Sade, there is war today in Europe and all that war entails. Soldiers and civilians are dying there now, families scrambling from their homes and headed for the border. What seemed secure when they went to bed last night, caught now in the frightening crosshairs of what President Biden calls Vladimir Putin's naked aggression. And that today was on full display. People of Ukraine woke this morning to the startling, thundering sounds of war. Ukraine was invaded overnight by Russian ground and air forces. The busy streets of a civilized and peaceful nation gave way to the unimaginable.
We are an independent country, Ukraine, and we are totally not same as Russians. And we don't want to be a part of Russia or any other country. It's really getting very emotional. And I cannot believe it's happening, really.
They huddled in subway stations, hoping they were safe there from Putin's missiles, with their pets and with their children, as the war around them raged. Russian attack helicopters were on the move at dawn, taking Ukrainian airfields. Soldiers came from the north through Belarus and from the south through Crimea, and they came by the hundreds across the 1,400-mile-long border with Russia.
Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences.
President Biden imposed stiff new sanctions against Russia and the Russian financial system today, but as even he acknowledges, sanctions inflict pain only gradually.
Some of the most powerful impacts of our actions will come over time, as we squeeze Russia's access to finances and technology for strategic sectors of its economy and degrade its industrial capacity for years to come.
Neighboring Moldova and Poland are bracing now for a flood of refugees already underway.
Everybody is in Kiev now, and they are calling us and telling what is going on, and it's awful. My husband told me that I'm panicking, and it won't happen, and now it's true, and this is absolutely incredible.
But at home, Ukraine says Russia is in for a fight.
We are fighting. We will be fighting. We, not only our brave and motivated military, but all Ukrainians. We are protecting our home, and we will not stop.
Well, taking Ukraine may come easy to the overwhelming Russian military. Keeping it will be a far different story. President Biden pointed out today that swift gains in territory often quickly give way to grinding occupation. Holding Ukraine may prove a far more formidable task. And there are hints now that Putin may even see some dissension at home.